From big summer travel trends to big brand name all-inclusive resort openings and helpful flight news, I've got all the latest in resort and travel news coming right now on your Resort Report. Hi everyone, it's Vanessa and welcome back to Passport Pages, and I'm back with your resort report for the month of June 2023, and I have lots of big news to share, so let's get started. If you're hoping to travel abroad and need a passport or need to renew one, whatever you do, don't put off your passport application. Processing times for new and renewed passports have increased again. The updated timeline is now 10 to 13 weeks, leaving many travelers feeling anxious that they won't receive it in time. Expedited processing, which costs an extra $60, will currently take 7 to 9 weeks, which is a 2-week increase from the previous timeline. Applicants have been frustrated for years over the passport application system, mostly due to staffing shortages during the pandemic, which continues to cause both delays and impossible to book in-person appointments. Lawmakers have vowed to solve the backlog, and the State Department created an online renewal system that was briefly offered to the public before being paused. But with the surge of applications and an especially busy summer travel season, any significant improvement is looking pretty unlikely at this point. But the demand for passports right now is crazy, you guys. In the 2022 fiscal year, the department issued nearly 22 million passports, the highest ever on record, and the number in 2023 is expected to increase. So don't wait till your passport expiration date. Get your request in early and give yourself plenty of time to receive it. Delta Airlines has many big flight announcements, beginning with even more daily flights to Cancun. Beginning in the winter of 2024, Delta will be adding more flights from both Atlanta and Detroit to Cancun. That will include an additional daily flight between Atlanta and Cancun for a total of 7 daily flights. Delta will also add a 4th daily flight between Detroit and Cancun. And according to Delta, the flights are already available for booking. Delta Airlines is also adding more flights to Punta Cana, with a 2nd daily flight from New York to Punta Cana. It's part of a broader New York Dominican Republic expansion that will include an increase to 4 daily flights to both Santo Domingo and Santiago. And all of the flights will run out of New York's John F. Kennedy International Airport. In addition, the carrier says it will be operating 20% more seats during the peak holiday season than it did during the holidays of 2022, and we all know how that went. Delta says it continues to work toward a, quote, full restoration of its network since the onset of the pandemic, and last year they operated at 85% overall capacity. Many people travel to both of those destinations during the holidays, so hopefully these added routes will help travel plans go much smoother this coming holiday season. Before the pandemic, there was a very highly anticipated project going on that everyone was talking about, and then it just fell off the radar. But now it's back, and that's the Kimpton brand's first ever resort in the Western Caribbean, the new Kimpton Grand Roatan, which will be the first ever internationally branded resort on the beloved Honduran island of Roatan. The resort will have 119 rooms and suites, 4 dining options, a destination spa, and 6,000 square feet of flexible meeting and event space. It will be the 3rd Caribbean resort for Kimpton, joining the renowned Kimpton Seafire Resort in Grand Cayman, which is amazing, and the Kimpton Aluna Resort in Tulum, which opened in 2021. But perhaps in even bigger news, Kimpton is also planning to open its first ever Caribbean all-inclusive resort with the Kimpton Hacienda Tres Rios Resort, Spa, and Nature Park in the Riviera Maya area of Mexico, and that's going to be big. So a lot of exciting news for this brand, and I'll keep you guys posted on all the developments. If there's one thing we've learned with these resort reports, it's that more and more hotel brands are opening all-inclusive resorts. And one of the biggest hotspots for resort openings is the area of Tulum in Mexico. And now the highly anticipated Secrets Tulum Resort and Beach Club, an adults-only all-inclusive resort, is opening its doors this fall. The all-suite 300-room resort has announced its official opening date as October 12th, 2023. The new resort will be set in the mangroves of Tulum with a separate beach club off-site. Suites will have 3 different categories, including the most popular thing in all-inclusives, the swim-out room. In a unique addition for the Secrets brand, the resort will be home to the 5-bedroom Secrets Beach Villa, a private all-inclusive vacation villa that includes its own rooftop with a plunge pool. The property also will include 10 different dining options, ranging from a buffet to international a la cartes and a beach bar called Barracuda. There will also be the standard Secrets Preferred Club, including upgraded suites, access to an exclusive lounge, and special concierge service, among other amenities. And in keeping with the Secrets brand, the Tulum resort will have a secret spa by Pavonia with hydrotherapy, mind-inspired treatments, a sauna, a steam room, 2 individual cabins, and a couples cabin. So this exciting all-inclusive opening is just around the corner. Can't wait to see it. So much for that golden age of revenge travel that everyone was talking about in 2022. With tighter budgets, busy airports, and soaring prices, what we've actually seen is a more frugal return to tourism than expected. Even high-end travelers are pulling back on their vacation spending. According to a recent Bloomberg survey, travelers now want to pay no more than $500 a night for a hotel, and they aren't interested in paying extra for greener or fancier options. Road trips, beach vacations, and trips to celebrate life events or milestones such as a birthday or anniversary were the most popular vacation options. And over half, 51% of travelers use credit cards to pay for leisure trips and vacations. So we're seeing this more and more in travel, people pulling back on their previous big travel plans, and I'd be curious to hear your thoughts and experiences with this, because you certainly wouldn't be alone in changing your travel goals for 2023. In case you hadn't heard, cruising is the current it thing in travel. Check out my video on how and why it's winning the travel game. And according to Captain John Murray, the CEO of Port Canaveral, this port specifically is booming more than ever, which I can personally attest to. The captain stated that they ran their budget at 100% double occupancy, but as a fleet average from Port Canaveral, it's been 110%. Yes, you heard that right. Port Canaveral occupancy currently has a 110% occupancy. Murray told Cruise Industry News the Florida port would continue growing, and there is an opportunity to expand with a new terminal in the next few years. Quote, berth spaces are getting very tight in Florida. We have some opportunity to expand, and we want to do that in an orderly way, he said. When the Mardi Gras came in, it was the first time Carnival Cruise Line had a flagship homeported there, he continued. Since then, Royal Caribbean has been here with the Symphony of the Seas, and Norwegian Cruise Line had the Prima here for the winter season. That's in addition to the new Disney Wish, which I've been on, by the way, and it's beautiful. Later this year, the Allure of the Seas arrives and becomes the first ever Oasis-class ship to offer a 3- and 4-day program. The port will add another parking lot in time for the Allure's arrival. Quote, it's a crazy drive-in market, and we don't know if it's the new paradigm in cruising or temporary, which I also addressed in my review. So time will tell, but for now, the demand for cruising just seems to keep growing. Despite the recent dangers for tourists in Mexico, according to the Mexican president, quote, Cancun is full of Americans, despite the travel warnings issued by the U.S. State Department due to violence in 30 Mexican states. He went on to add that federal crimes were down 30% and intentional homicides were down 11.6%. Quote, most homicides, 70%, are related to organized crime, so we do not accept when foreign lawmakers say you cannot visit Mexico, he reiterated. The State Department has banned 30 of our 32 states, but the country is full of Americans. Cancun is full of Americans. That is, the reality is quite different, end quote. I'm not here to give my opinion or advice one way or the other. I just report the news, but it is interesting that tourism in these areas has remained high, and I'd definitely like to hear your thoughts on the matter. Have you decided to avoid the area? Are you keeping your travel plans as is, or are you not interested in visiting the area either way? So there you have your resort report for June 2023. We're definitely seeing some subtle shifts in travel patterns and interests. Passion for travel definitely seems to be near an all-time high. If these travel videos have helped to keep you informed and you'd like them to continue, please do give this video a thumbs up. I use that to gauge which videos I should continue doing in the future. This is Vanessa with your resort report. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you all very soon. Bye, guys.